PS5's official controller revealed, and Godfall's information blowout. Oh, hell no. We about to get into it. Let's go. What's poppin', everybody? We about to get into the information. And there's this article here by Tala Mahad, I think. I don't butcher me with the names, guys, but I'm gonna leave the link in the description so you guys don't be like, oh, he's copyright infringement, or what's that other word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word right now. Plagiarism. That's what it was. Dang, I gotta cut that out. Anyway, let's get into this article. Godfall is the first confirmed game. As we all know, it's coming out for the PS5. And the new information that you guys need to know is that, check it out, it has ray tracing support. It's a looter slasher, which we've already talked about in previous videos. It rewards you for aggressive play. Means that if you hit every single blow perfectly, because I guess it's going to be like since the action is like with swords and stuff, like you're gonna have limited time keyframes, you would say, or timed windows for you to hit a critical blow or perfect hit in this case, and it will reward you for doing that. It also takes inspiration from Dark Souls and novels. The developers, Gearbox, they referenced Monster Hunter World, they referenced Warhammer, they referenced Dark Souls, they referenced Destiny, and it's also inspired by the Stormlight Archive and the first law of the Foundation series. It is not coming to the PS4, it's only intended for the PS5 for consoles, but it will be available on the Epic Game Store only on the PC. No release for Steam at the moment. So if you guys do not like Epic Games Store and you like Steam better, well, unfortunately you're gonna have to use the Epic Store anyway. The next part of the article, it says there's going to be elemental realms of earth, water, air, fire, and spirit. So it's like the airbender of elements that the realms are going to be in. So I guess you can assume water swords for water bosses. Water swords for fire bosses and fire swords for earth bosses, or maybe spirit bosses or air bosses. I'm not sure how it works, but they're going to get more in-depth information about that very shortly. This is just a new exclusive article that came out. And the next is going to be armor details, and there's big bulky, if you could look in the trailer, there's big bulky armor, and they're from the Knight's Order, and there's going to be different types of armor called Valor Plates, and your class that you pick is going to determine the type of armor that you wear. So if you want to go for like the big paladin, tanky, big boy type armor, you're going to want to pick that class. If you want for the more sleek design, roguelike, but still like able to whip your ass, you're going to want to pick that class. So if you're a guy that likes the cosmetics more than the class, you might want to pay attention to what class you pick, because that is going to determine what your armor and cosmetics look like. So that is all the article reveals. That is a lot of good information about Godfall that we previously didn't know about, and I'm assuming once we get closer to what the PS5 looks like and reveals and the game's coming out for it, we're going to know a lot more information, because it is scheduled to be a launch title. And now we're going to get into the PS5 controller. Inside this video here that you're watching on YouTube, I'm just going to throw up images of the PS5 controller, and then we're going to just talk about it a little bit. Like, for example, if you look at it, there was a meme going on. I'll put the meme in the video, but it's a Xbox X controller, a white Xbox X controller, and then there's another picture of a tank top, and then it combines those images together to make what the PS5 DualSense controller is. I almost said DualShock, but Sony has revealed that the controller is now going to be called DualSense instead of DualShock. And the reason why they're giving DualSense the name of the controller is because of the haptic feedback inside the triggers. So we're going to just go into a little bit of information. I'm going to throw up images of different other concept art of the PS5 controller while I go into the information. And also, this article was on blog PlayStation.com, released and created of Sony devs, so this is a complete legitimate source, and you guys probably already know about it because I'm late revealing the information at the moment. But we're gonna get into it. So they open up with just saying that they're reaching a milestone, and of course I'm going to paraphrase this for the sake of the length of the video. But they're opening up a milestone. The DualSense is going to deliver a new immersion that nobody has felt yet with the PS5 DualSense controller. There's going to have Tempest 3D audio tech, and it's gaining a lot of feedback at the moment. Check Twitter, a lot of people it's growing on them. I was first disgusted at the controller when I first looked at it, but I mean I'm gonna actually say it looks actually really well. After thoughtful consideration, they wanted to keep what the DualShock 4 had intact, but they also wanted to give it a new, refining, and fresh design where they wanted to incorporate where you can feel the grit of a car driving through mud and feel the triggers of the adaptive sensors where if you could pull a bow back, you're going to feel that bow shooting that arrow. I'm really curious to find out how that feels like. Because we all know what vibration is like on our DualShocks, and it's just like a bunch of rumble. Nintendo introduced HD rumble, which made you hear sounds of vibrations, which no one's done before. So we're seeing Sony now take that approach, and that's really interesting. The share button on the left side of the DualSense controller has been replaced with a create button, which I'm assuming they said it's going to create legendary content around the world. So I'm assuming this create button is going to be like an editor system, because PlayStation 4 does have an editor system. It's called Share Factory. I'm assuming that this create feature is going to take that Share Factory and leave it in depth and more integrated with the UI. Instead of loading up another software on the PS4 to do it, you're going to just instantly be able to do it, and it's going to make, you know, content creators' jobs a lot more easier, because now you're just going to be able to hit that create button and you're going to freaking post it on Twitter, post it on Facebook, edit a video. The possibilities are endless. I'm not going to get too deep into it because we want to continue on with the rest of the controller, but we could go in depth with the DualSense controller as more information comes out with the PS5. They added a built-in microphone, which is concerning to some players because they're not sure how it's going to work, because without having with multiple people, you know, in your household, is that going to clash with the microphone? It looks like there's a button above the microphone where you can click it, and then there was also some speculation online saying that there's going to be no headset jack, but a developer came out and said no, the headset jack is on the controller, you just cannot see it at the moment, because they literally just put a face image of the controller. They didn't do a video of like a 360 overview of where everything's on the controller, which also led to speculation of the back panels. They're going to be back panels on the controller, because Sony did release a back panel for the regular PlayStation controllers, and I'm saying controllers a lot, so we need to just move on from that. At the point, though, they also changed the position of the light bar. As you can see in the image, the light bar is going to be shining out, and there is some gamers that are like, why do we need the shining light in our eyes? Personally, it doesn't bother me or not. We'll see how the effect and how bright this light's going to be. And that is it. There's, you know, like I said, I wasn't attracted to it at first, but it's starting to grow on me. And the create feature, once we know more about the create feature, I don't want to just post more speculation about it, but I did give my 2 cents on how I feel about the create button on the PlayStation 5 controller, the DualSense. But that's it. We're just going to wrap it up here, guys. We just talked about the PS5 official controller, and we also talked about the Godfall information blowout, and that's really all we have right now for the new information of the PS5. If you guys like what I did with this video, leave a comment below, subscribe, turn on post notifications, hit the dislike button if you didn't. Either way, I just need some support for the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.